Hello everybody and welcome back to our Strat Clut campaign. This is Count MRVHS with another episode here, and we have to deal with yet more plotting. We've got Guggen, 66-year-old decrepit old man who is just been trouble from turn one, but he's a really good governor. And so we do get the option here of asserting our authority, giving a +2 to our faction leader's influence, which would be helpful, as currently it's lower than 10. But it would be a -3 public order debuff, or we could relinquish control, basically giving some power over to the nobles, which is going to hurt our economy to the tune of -10%. That's going to be 6 turns. I think maybe we'll relinquish control. I don't know. No. Let's do assert our authority. We don't have any wars currently, so if there's a public order, like a rebellion type of a thing, I think we can deal with it. And we'll just keep taking the cash. So we'll see how our public order looks in our various realms. Alright, okay, Hayden. This is a new Viking faction that has emerged from the sea, and so they're attacking Orkneyar, which is nice for me. We've got a bell tower. This is in where? Okay, Drumalbin, so that's in Iona. So losing a little bit of cash to that, but more public order, more church income, eventually more fame. And we did get the church care technology constructed, which is giving us more income through church buildings. Alright. So now let's take a look at our public order. Okay, only one province actually is suffering really from that, and that's a -4 here. So we may want to bring our armies up there. Last turn, we got a peace negotiated with Northumbria, or the Danelaw as they are now called. All right, we're not in the deep sea, so we won't be suffering any attrition. So we can afford now to bring these armies back into the north. Ulaid did have this army encamped right outside this town of mine, but they seem to be moving away. So let's see, Nathan's still at 2, Guggen's still at 2 loyalty, and Huaid is still at 2 loyalty. And I think we've got, actually no, we don't have all of the titles bestowed, do we? We're missing the judge one. So what does that give? Zeal and influence and loyalty. Okay, so these guys both have things. Now, where are you, Nathan? Let's find you. No, not adopt. Here we go. Zoom to location. All right, he's the general here. Okay, he's only got 2 influence currently, so I would actually be okay with giving him that title. I don't think anyone else has it. All right, that gives him gets him up to 4 influence and 4 authority. Gives him another couple of points of zeal. Yeah, and that brings him up to a total of 2 because he's got some negative stuff here. But that's going to be nice. Okay. So in terms of the military border with our south, we're feeling pretty good. This large army was approaching Bebbanburg, but we were able to get peace negotiated in the nick of time. So now they're headed back south, at least for the moment. But we do have a research available. And last time we got the church care. Now I don't know that we want to go here, although this might be kind of nice. We're already looking at 3 turns for research. Educated nobles would bring zeal down by 1 for all characters. I'm going to think about this. Let's that would effectively knock down our recruitment or our technology research by another turn, I think. So I think our 3 turns would go down to 2. But let's wait until that public order, this asserting authority thing goes away. Yeah, so next turn, our faction leader is going to go up to 8 influence. And after 2 turns, that 8 should jump up to 10 because this lower influence debuff is going to go away. So again, we don't have anything else to research here, so back to military. And we were talking about wanting to increase our melee units. So I think maybe this one, offensive tactics, +6 melee skill for sword and axe infantry. One thing that I've been considering is just attacking Kirkin to get Maelros. This is a farm. They've got it as a meat market. I'd probably switch that over to the ranch or whatever it is to get more food and a bit less income, because again, we're running pretty close to the limit in terms of our food. But I also don't want to attack them just yet, because they have a 17 strong stack up here in the north, and they just captured Dun Nectane. So they're not finished yet. They are being besieged over here by Orkney, but Orkney is being attacked by this heathen raider army. So I'll want to bring, I think, maybe this unit or this stack back up around here and just see what opportunities can arise from all of this conflict. And if I were to declare war on Kirkin down in the south, this army could come down quickly and take Dun Caelden, which is still not fully teched up in terms of its unit strength. So here I'd like to go with, well, I really don't want to afford to hurt the food production. Let's go with this. Going to get up to 73 foods. That's going to increase that by another 10. We've also got the highest tier of farms working in Dun Domnall, just south of our capital, Govan. That'll bring us another 30 food on top of the 10 here. So, you know, we're going to have a total of like 55 or so. But that can change. You can get a bad harvest event or, you know, bad traits. Plotting. Genealogies. Rumors sweep the court that your noble lineage may not be so noble, and that an alternative version of your family genealogy is being shown to people. The rumors have been traced to this man, Guggen. So I could counter their claims. That's going to give him +2 influence, and it's going to decrease loyalty by 1. Now, who does that affect? Does that affect Guggen or everybody? It doesn't say. Or I could ignore them. You know, I'm going to counter their claims. We're going to get our king so much influence, and we'll see how this works out. I want to see the loyalty of these generals. Okay, good. Vaesiafjordur and Dana. Wait a second. Vaesiafjordur, where are you even? You're an Irish faction, right? Yeah. Okay, so they must have sailed over into Wales. Interesting, to attack the Danelaw. Okay, so let's check our loyalties here. Bodgu is still at 2. Guggen is actually at 3. Huh. Fenwale just came of age and he's at 2. Alright, and my heir has arrived. He's 16 years old, but I don't see any traits of his because he's not like a statesman or anything. I guess he's just kind of there. I can't make him a governor, I guess. Let me see if I could recruit him, like as a general. Not yet, so maybe he needs to get a couple of years older. Okay. Well, we did get this, what is he? Fernwale? He's a governor of Athfolklaw. Okay, right, he's not new. He's just newly disloyal. Well, in any case, I think we can afford to ignore that. Public order still looking decent, so we'll keep moving our fleets north. Another thing I could do is hit Divlin. But looking at the map here, they're pretty strong, and they've got allies in these other Viking Irish faction. So if they're going to go to war with the Danelaw, I'll see how that is looking before I decide to get involved here. This would be a pretty easy grab initially, but they could kind of you know, retaliate pretty strongly. Yeah, and indeed, here's where they've gone. Okay, so Vaesiafjordur has gone into Dewit, southwestern Wales. And it looks like Mercia is doing... Have they conquered more of Northumbria? Let's check this diplomacy out. Nope, not at war with Mercia yet. You're at war with Kirkin for some odd reason. You're at war with these Welsh. Okay. Well, we'll see. Something may happen. There may be a faction re-emergence. It's gonna hurt food. Okay, we could go with another thing in Edinburgh. Could go up to a cathedral. That costs money, improves public order, and adds church income. We do have some church income. But the amount of cost is 300. And so I think we figured last episode that that's not really worth it. This might be good. Again, though, yeah, an industry. There's just so many trade-offs here. Let's do this because I think eventually it's going to make a difference. This is a port building. It's not that great. Let's do it. It's cheap. Doesn't cost really that much. Alright, good. They're off my territory, but they're kind of moving towards my territory with these armies. Okay. Are we going to have another war? Okay. Huaid focuses mind of the kingdom comes first. Well, I could afford to do this now. All of a sudden, I'm feeling pretty decent about my my king's influence. He's 52, though. You know, he's going to lose loyalty anyway, so maybe we'll go acrimonious on him. And actually, he gained some loyalty from being an arbitrator, so that's nice. Yeah, let's see. Okay, now he's a statesman. And so that means we could now bring him in to be a general, to be a governor. You're at 2, you're at 2. You're at 2, but you are at 1. You're my heir. I mean, how are you disloyal? It doesn't make sense. I guess it does. Maybe he hates his dad. All right, let's see if we can find you a nice wife. That's not nice. -1 loyalty, -2 zeal, diplomatic bonus. Ugh. All right, we'll keep trying. That 1 is kind of a problem. Let's go with secure loyalty, I guess. I feel like I shouldn't have to pay my own son to be loyal, though. It's not the influence. He's just kind of a jerk. Let's take a look at his traits. So he's going to be a good general. Very good, in fact. Upkeep, charge bonus, which is really nice for a cab-focused faction like ours. A little bit of extra replenishment, and 3 zeal is a very nice start. So he might be a good general. I can maybe replace one of my others. Although these guys are fairly young. But I may need another small army running around. Well, I don't know what to do with you, but I'm not going to pay you to be loyal just yet. Okay, so these are 2 close to full stacks in the yellow in terms of replenishment status. So, man, I really hope they don't come and take Dundumnall again, because I've got 7 turns before this becomes a grand farm. Let's go ahead and fortify you up just so you don't lose men. And we can actually tech him up. Yeah, let's keep going down this pillager route with him. Seems pretty entertaining. And while we're at it, we'll look for a wife. Who's going to give him some good warrior abilities. Oh, great, yeah. +1 zeal is nice, and +1 loyalty is always welcome. So, yeah, that goes up to 4. Zeal goes up to 3. Very good. All right, here comes Divlin. Yeah, they're definitely coming for me again. Maybe. Maybe they're going back to their settlement up there. Done at. Okay. I could just kill this guy. He's 67. It feels like a waste. But, you know, it feels like a waste that, you know, to lose influence on some guy who's going to probably die next turn anyway. So, you've had a good run, Guggen. I'm not sorry to see you go. Alright, and this is even better. So, Nathan is very happy to be married to his wife. He is chuffed to bits, and that's going to increase his loyalty by 1. I think it's going to decrease some other stuff. If we look... Yeah, it's -1 influence. It also makes the cowardly set of traits active, and what that means is if he's got agricultural estates or noble estates, that kind of hurts. But religious estates, he's good with. So I don't know if he has any estates at the moment. Not too worried about that. We got offensive tactics researched. Right, and we got our traits. So let's see what we can go on to next. Okay. This line is going to give us Welsh Axemen, which is going to replace our lowest tier Levy Axemen. Along the way, it's going to hurt us a bit in terms of upkeep and stuff. Why did we all of a sudden lose a bunch of food? Oh. Guggen. Oh, damn. That's got to be what happened. He had some food-related traits, didn't he? Like the farmer, so he was like... okay. Yeah, he was giving us some bonuses to food production. Okay. That's not good. Alright, we'll wait a turn for someone else to show up who's like a governor type. I guess we could give it to my son and heir, but I don't think that's a good move. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we're gonna have to find some more food fast. 6 turns to get 30 more, 7 turns to get 10 more. That's still not gonna get us up to 52. Let's take a cruise around the map. We do have a little more food production potentially coming online in 2 turns there. But otherwise, we're kind of reaching the end. Okay. And we want to reckon without this province up here, because I suspect we're going to lose this to somebody at some point, even though it's, you know, got 3 public order. Where is Kirkin's army? So they did have a big army up here, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, so let's just double check that we're taxing every place that we can that makes sense to do so. We're taxing here. If we untax it, that hurts food a lot more. Loden, we are taxing. If we untax it, that hurts food a lot more, of course, because we get a lot of food here. Athfolkla, that actually saves us if we untax it, because we've got no food production here. So we'll lose a lot of money, but we'll get our food back. That's what we got to do. Fortunately, we've got 8,000 in the treasury, so that buys us the time to build up our food infrastructure. And what do we want to do here? I think we've got another granary we can upgrade. Yeah, Cumberland. We could do this. It might be kind of nice because it's a fairly isolated settlement. It's on the other side of a couple of different powers, centers of power for us. So if we go up here, it gives us another 20 food. It's about half of our income, and it's going to cost an extra 100, but it's going to help our sieges and supplies. So yeah, I think we got to do that. All right, we're bringing our armies up. I don't know what you guys are playing at. Let's take you out of that stance and bring you up here. Okay. Cultural backsliding, that hurts us in terms of fame. We're not at war, but I did not like that little maneuver. One bit. Alright, so you're at 2, you're at 2, you're at 2, and you're at 1. Okay, -1 loyalty. I wonder if that's for everybody. Well, in any case, that's going to go away after 3 turns. So we'll see what that actually does, if anything. Did we forget to research stuff? I think we may have. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, we'll go Armored Defenders. And now we're back to 4 turns for researching. Yeah. Why is that? It's because we lost Guggen, isn't it? He had some technology bonuses as well. Well, he was going to die anyway, and he wouldn't be nice to us. Okay, so this is the better move. It gives us better swordsmen and better axemen of those high-tier units, the ones we're really going to be counting on. So the low-tier stuff I'm not too concerned about. It's the high-tier guys that you want. Okay, now you were yellow, and now you're green. How is that? How are you replenishing at sea? Like, I'm not replenishing at sea, am I? No, no way. Oh, wait, no, I guess I kind of am. That's very weird. Where are they coming from? I guess we're getting, like, fishermen. All right, so for this, let's go for priest, just so we don't have a kind of rebellion with this guy. And we'll get him up into Dunabert. And you will be there just to give Ulaid something to think about, and you're going to go back up towards the homeland to give this army something to think about. You know, maybe we'll be at war with Ulaid again, and we'll have an opportunity to take Dunat. But I think I really want to focus on working up relations. We are improving relationships with them already. And we're improving with them. So maybe we don't need to shower anybody with gifts at the moment. Sudrayar is improving. Okay. Do you have any territory? No, he has no settlements. So he's just up here causing problems. Okay, what's this? Orkney's army. I don't see any of Kirkin's forces. So either they're in the fog of war or they've been eliminated. If I knew the answer to that question, I would be feeling a lot better about life because I could grab that settlement. Okay, so our diplomacy looks, I think, as good as we're going to get it. Let's do another turn here, and then I'll feel better about making some investments. Alright, still not at war with them. But they're on our territory now. And so it might just be a matter of time. Alright, we got our storehouse. You know, okay, that got us up to 66, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, that's the only thing we've built. And then, so I guess that must have made more of a difference than I thought. I don't know. In any case, we got some skills. And so, Huaid in Lodin. Okay, he's a really good governor. I want to make sure he's going to be loyal, so we'll go with the priest. And Kinuit, I think I want to get him in a position where he can start to make some experience, so that he can, you know, get the priest ancillary, get him some loyalty, get him, you know, get him some traits that will help him. So do we want to risk that, like raising a force and just kind of keeping him around in case? Yeah, and the place to do it is probably Carlisle, because we don't have anybody in the south. So let's do this. It's not going to cost us anything. We'll bring him in. We'll get him there. And then I think at this point he's going to start earning experience, which will get him to the point where we can start addressing his loyalty by putting a priest ancillary on him. So I think that's going to be the plan for our heir. We can get him a bit of experience, potentially. It does hurt our food a little bit, but we'll see if we have any jobs for him to do in the future. Meantime, we're going to get this army right up here. Yeah, and we're going to get right up into Strat Clut. I hope you guys are just passing through into Dunat. Let's do one last turn here for the episode and see what they end up doing. Okay, they're moving on. Very good. Alright, something of a deterrent, make a show of strength, or more unit morale. This guy is good, so you know, I'm not too worried about public order, but maybe I should be. You never know. Oh yeah, we got a poor harvest, so that was actually good. -2 public order everywhere. That's somewhat counteracted by the choice I just made, so that's good. Alright, Mercia and Gluisig going to war. But now we got some more disloyal generals. We've got someone with a 0. Gurgi. He just came of age. My sons are the most rotten group of people. I think we're going to have to actually kill this one. We've got the money to try it, so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll see how this lands on the following episode, folks. But thank you very much for joining me in the meantime. I hope you take care until the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.